Great to have Mayor Mat Siscoe back with us with a check-in of what's happening in St. Catharines. Big check presentation last week, $2.4 million from the province.
Yes, everybody always rounds the wrong way, but let's give ourselves a little credit.
It's not 2.3, it's 2.4.
$2.4 million, and that money is going to go almost entirely to infrastructure. We know we're trying to build these homes. St. Catharines, I try to tell people, 150-year-old city. There are times when we'll do road work and we'll pull out 150-year-old pipes. We know we need to upgrade. We know that we need to accommodate more density. You know, those higher builds that we're starting to see in our downtown. That takes a different level of infrastructure. We also know, you know, the storm events that we're getting are worse. And so the provincial government's come to the table. We appreciate that because we've been loud and clear. We can't afford to do this on the backs of property taxpayers. So the $2.4 million will go towards that work as we try and prepare for what we know is going to be more housing starts in the next couple of years.
Do you know where the infrastructure work is going to for this, like right now, where it will go?
There's a bunch of different places.
Okay.
I actually asked my CAO the same question, and he was clear, like, we're going to find a home for it very quickly.
Okay.
But it's almost entirely going to go to water and wastewater infrastructure because we know that's, if there's a pinch point in getting those higher density builds, that's the pinch point.
Okay. You've had a huge impact with the temporary shelter, the temporary housing shelter. The region, it's a region of Niagara initiative, but the first one is in St. Catharines.
Yep.
You say it's already had a great impact.
It really has. We've gotten a lot of feedback from the people who are in the shelter now, from the staff of the shelter, and from the surrounding residents. A lot of them have said, this is better than we thought it would be. There was a lot of concern, and I get that. You know, if someone's telling you there's a new homeless shelter moving into your neighborhood, people get frustrated. But the regional staff were very clear. They were going to prioritize the neighborhood, deal with the encampments that were local to the people living in the neighborhood. They've done that. We've had a couple of encampments pop up. They've come down fairly quickly because we've been able to get those folks into shelter space. And so I'm really pushing the region of Niagara. Let's start the procurement on the next one now. We know that there is still additional need for at least one more temporary shelter, if not two, of this size. Other municipalities in Niagara have expressed interest. Welland, the politicians in Welland have said they want to see more resources there. So this is a regional system. Let's put one there, or let's start the process and, you know, judge based on the results of this first one. But like I said, it's been pretty positive.
Right. And why do you think this is working? Is it because there is like 24-hour care there?
That's,
you know, if they need it, if somebody needs it.
That's exactly what it is. You know, the old Out of the Cold program, you know, God bless the volunteers who work with that, but they run out of church basements. They had to shut it down at 7 a.m. so they'd kick people out onto the street.
Yeah.
You can't provide the help that people need to, you know, whether it's mental health or drug addiction issues or just help trying to identify permanent housing solutions for them. You can't do that when you only have them from 7 p.m. at night to 7 in the morning. This is 24/7. Regional staff are there all the time, working with these folks, you know, trying to identify those housing solutions, but then connecting them to the other services they need. And this is the piece we've been missing when it comes to the homelessness crisis for a very long time. There's mental health, there's drug addiction issues, there's health problems, all wrapped up in this, and we need 24/7 care initially to help these folks get into permanent housing and have the support they need to stay in permanent housing.
Because it's not meant as it's kind of a stopgap. It's like, here you have a safe place to stay until we get you into some place where you're going to live.
Yeah, it's been described, the shelter system, as Band-Aids, and I said 100% it's a Band-Aid solution, but when you cut yourself, you put a Band-Aid on to stop the bleeding first, and that's what we're trying to do right now. This solution obviously isn't perfect, but it's a good step, and a lot of other municipalities in Ontario have been calling us and asking us how it's working.
Yeah.
And we've been pretty positive on it. I think this is something you're going to start to see as a best practice that gets rolled out across the province.
What would your advice be to other municipalities that are looking into this, like first steps?
Start yesterday.
Yeah.
Get started. The procurement on these things, we were very lucky because we got in early. The procurement on these things is going to take time, and it does take, you know, it took us 6 months to go from nothing to the shelter in place. That's pretty fast, but that's still, you know, if you're facing a homelessness crisis, like, you know, my friends in London or Belleville, or pick your municipality, if you're facing
Hamilton,
it, start the process now, identify your locations, and start talking to the community surrounding where you're going to put it, because that was a big piece for us. We pushed the region hard on the communication piece. They did what we asked them to do, and it's mitigated a lot of the problems we thought we might have.
Okay, we've got about 20 seconds left. What's your next pick for your mayor's book club at St. Catharines Public Library?
I'm reading The Fourth Wing right now. It's romantasy, which I did not know. I didn't even know that was a genre. A lot of sexy time that I wasn't expecting, but a lot of really good politics and, you know, dragons. And so it's a lot of fun and I'm enjoying it. I haven't been told yet what my pick is for April yet. So.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll look forward to that then. Mayor Mat Siscoe from St. Catharines, thanks very much.
Thank you.